We start you off this midday with breaking news. According to the Associated Press, the House GOP is offering a debt limit hike and end to the shutdown in a package with spending cuts. By the way, we are in day 11 of the government shutdown. We'll have much more on this story coming up in our newscast. Now, to a still developing story, right now a 12-year-old boy is in the hospital after he was stabbed in the head. His mother and sister were injured as well following a domestic disturbance in Vero Beach. Let's get to News Channel 5's Katie Johnson. She's live from the scene with the latest details on the crime. Katie.
Well, the crime scene tape is still up here, and there are still sheriff's deputies with the Indian River County Sheriff's Office still here on the scene investigating. Meanwhile, that 12-year-old boy is recovering at St. Mary's Medical Center in West Palm Beach. His injuries so severe, he had to be flown there by Trauma Hawk. Meanwhile, the man deputies say may be behind the crime is in police custody in Fort Pierce. This all started around 5 o'clock this morning. When we arrived hours later, the evidence markers were still on the ground. We saw a detective pick up a bottle of pills and a Lexus with 4 flat tires. When deputies arrived, they say they found a 12-year-old boy with stab wounds to his head. His mother and sister were injured as well and taken to an area hospital. They've since been released. A neighbor says she saw the 12-year-old run away from the home and right onto her front porch.
To see her son standing beside me bleeding, you know, I didn't know what had happened. I didn't know anything. All I did was saw blood. You know, it's sad that someone has to go through something like that.
Now, about an hour after deputies arrived here, they say Keith Underwood, the woman's husband and the children's stepfather, was taken into custody in Fort Pierce. He's currently being questioned by detectives. One important thing to point out here is that detectives say the woman did call 911 twice last night prior to this incident with complaints against her husband, but detectives say there was no probable cause against him to make an arrest. We'll have more on this later on tonight on News Channel 5, but for now we're live in Vero Beach. Katie Johnson, WPTV News Channel 5.